Alright, this is Flameaway. This is my favorite horse of the entire field in the Kentucky Derby. I'm not showing all his races. Uh, he started first in a synthetic track. His second start was here in Saratoga at an off track, a wet track, muddy track. And he loves the muddy track. He loves it wet, so that's one thing to note. If it rains in Kentucky, um, he's going to run huge. He may not hit the border, but he's going to run a huge race. He bounced in his next start on dry track. Then he got another wet track at Keeneland. He ran a huge race here. He's game as heck. He's fighting off these two horses. He actually ended up winning that race. Then they put him on grass a couple of races. Comes back in 2013, 2018, sorry. He put him in the Sam F. Davis Stakes on dry. So they're sort of playing around with him. And this is one of his most impressive efforts. He fights off Catholic Boy here. Game horse, wants to win. Wins that race. Then he comes back in the Tampa Bay Derby. He's sort of chasing these two front runners. There's nothing really that he can do. Eventually, the sprinter here just kind of stops and he finishes second. This is his last race, the Bluegrass Stakes, Grade 2 Bluegrass Stakes. He was in the lead for most of the race. He broke out from like the 12 post, went to the lead, and then he had nothing for Good Magic. This is such a cool horse. I love this horse. Has a lot of experience, but he's probably a cut below the top contenders. He'll run his race, but he has no shot on the dry track to really be a main contender. These are his past performances. For those of you that are curious, I didn't show all his races. One thing to note is that he loves the off track. He likes it wet. He bounces. He reacts off of that though. He can run well on grass too. As a Kentucky Derby contender, he's a toss.